Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Houston. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Cut by Diggs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 11. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mixon on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. That's the rookie from Auburn.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no, give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but Man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Rodgers here from the gun. Conklin brings it in. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First down, Rodgers. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down throw by Rodgers. That's caught at the 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Hall is in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chance. Out shy of that 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So it's second down coming up. Shotgun now, first round. Finding Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Round throwing here on first. Rolling left, buying some time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it down to a single point. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
He's throwing for it. And this is Cup. And that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number one. 8-7 the score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on first down to Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Rodgers here off the play action. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On first down, here comes Hall. We'll have him gain about a handful there. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious.
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take a second quarter lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets push their lead to 6. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pass caught by Tate Dell. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Ashton Davis there on the stop. Offense up to the line fast. From the 41. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jets get the football back on the interception and now have it at the 28.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That throw intended from Malachi Corley. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. It's inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets bump the lead up to 13 points. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Texans making a one-score game before halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Oh, baby! He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that is going to catch him.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it and see if you can be successful again? They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Adams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, ball at the 36. Wilson's got it. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Rodgers set to pass. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 2nd down. A pistol snap here, Rodgers. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down from the red zone. And that's a New York touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And look at this return. And they are just a hop and a skip away from midfield as he goes out of bounds up beyond the 45.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Wilson on the slant. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hall does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets go up by 19. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. Escape. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the sack. Into the hands of Schultz. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Cut by Diggs. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Offense up to the line fast. Stroud gonna go on 4th down. He's on the move, and they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coach's challenge to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot. But on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And, yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. From the 29. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Keep this up, defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. He's got it to him, yet he loses the football. And the Texans grab it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
The Jets get there and bring him down. And it's a sack as he heads out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. So the two-point call does end up yielding 2 points, but it's definitely not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
No, I don't think it's the first thing on the audience's mind as they get ready to run it, but it's definitely on the defensive mind to make up for the touchdown they just gave up. They're looking for opportunities to affect the score, and this time they were able to.
Gibson now to return. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Corley reels it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, Rodgers finds his target hole. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll go for it, Rodgers. He connects downfield on 4. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on 4th down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets have the football at the 27-yard line.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off play action, Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets take possession of the football. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. And the Texans are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands.
The Jets get there and bring him down. Gotta hurry this to the line. After the sack, another pass on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. And this one goes out of bounds on the opening kickoff. That is a rough start for the kicker and his team as the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Now Allen to throw on second. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Isaiah Oliver. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Zuerlein's kick. Up and good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Yeah, let's put 6 on the board, fellas! 56, 56!
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds up past the 35-yard line. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Third and 9. In motion, Shakir. On third down, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey, guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love that.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From the gun, Rodgers. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On first and 10, it's Cook. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, Allen. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. Throwing now, Allen here on first down. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And the Jets are going to get the football back as we reach the 2-minute warning. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. The pass caught right side by Conklin. They get 18 on that one. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. Taking a shot. Downfield for Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime. And the visiting Jets are in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. He finds his tight end, Conklin. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Down the field, he's got Corley. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play for the Jets. 37 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rodgers to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's Cook.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Chuck Clark.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Christian Benford brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Not much developing there. Short pickup. Down to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers. That one caught by Wilson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Hall. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers. And the Jets are looking at a first and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Zerline for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Chuck Clark. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion, Shakir. On 1st down, it's Allen. He's going to tuck it and go. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. And that'll go out of bounds. A great effort. They wanted to pin them, a directional kick, cover it, but instead the ball goes out of bounds, so it backfires, and they'll take over at the 40-yard line. On play action, Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Cook. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. Allen. This one caught at the 4. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
First down for Aaron. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Looking downfield for Coleman. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. That's caught left side by Cooper. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. A toss left side, caught by his running back. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Again, it's and that final throw here is intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.